Well, let's kind of jump back. I'm curious of how you even got into acting. Did you have a bug as a kid, or was like family supportive, or
hold that thought? You were found at a YMCA, no?
No, it was a boys club.
Boys club.
Boys and girls club.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird, man. It's kind of crazy. Like, it's sort of like The Secret in a weird way.
Sure.
Like, I mean, as a kid, I loved movies.
Sure.
I used to watch a ton of movies, and I wanted to make movies as a kid. I wanted to be in movies, and I didn't have any connection or anything with Hollywood at all. But I mean, I definitely obsessed on it as a kid.
Sure.
And so I was at a boys club, and this casting director came up and asked me. It was Mally Finn. She asked me if I wanted to try out for a movie. She didn't say what movie. And I ran home, and I was like, oh my God, they want me to try out for a movie. My aunt and uncle at the time, they're like, well, it might be like child porn or something. You know what I mean? Like, you
some random chicks coming up to you, like, I'm sure she was eyeing you.
I wouldn't trust that, And it's like, they called, and then, bam, it was it was for Terminator 2. It's just like, yeah, man, and it was crazy, like just
insane.
Yeah, like I remember my first reading was just it's like I was like in this whole place. I'd run away from home and everything. So then it was amazing because like the casting director's like, I just want you to make it up as you go along, and just be mad at your mom. So like that was totally easy. You can cuss at her. You can do whatever you want.
So you mentioned your aunt and uncle. So were you living with your aunt and uncle then, and had left your mom? Is that what?
Yeah, at the time. Yeah. And I'm good. I'm good with all of them now.
Excellent.
But so it's just like instantly I got like how much of like a therapeutic thing like acting was, and just I loved it.
Yeah.
And I just I don't know. It's like winning the golden ticket.
What the irony of it? Wow, because I remember when we talked with Andy Buckley from The Office, and he was talking about the excellent casting directors. It's almost like they have a sense. It's almost like the lady could see the angst in you of because I remember for me as a kid feeling that that frustration. We're pretty much the same age, and that crazy frustration. And here's this character John Connor when I felt like totally powerless. Short, skinny kid at the time, and then wow, here's this kid, and I can kind of relate to that, and and doing all the lines and everything, and so what was it like when you got on set? Because here you are, you're like Linda Hamilton, Arnold Schwarzenegger, James Cameron, and
oh my God, it was life changing. I mean, it was amazing and overwhelming and like everything all at once. Like, I mean, obviously, like we grew up with Arnold and the Predator, and shit, you know what I mean? Like, and then Jim, like, I mean, he was a director that I knew of. I knew his name because he had directed Aliens and like the original Terminator and shit. And, it was just a huge like learning experience, like, it was crazy because like shooting a movie, like we shot that over like 9 months, and it's kind of like a very slow process, especially on a movie like that. Like the scene in the river was like really long. We spent like over a month doing that.
Okay. So you're talking about the chase scene?
Yeah, the chase scene, and it's just like as a kid, I'm learning how movies are made and shit. So it's like I was like baffled when I first saw the movie. I was like, holy shit. I thought it was gonna look like shit, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, wow, they actually knew what they were doing. Like, yeah. So
it's fucking crazy to jump just to. I'm sure when that came out, you're just celebrity overnight. Like that had to have been weird to adjust to, right? Like.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was in a weird way. Like, and don't get me wrong, like, I don't take any of it back.
Sure.
Like, I've been blessed. I've had the best, like, journey ever.
Yeah.
But, like, it it's weird because you're you know what I mean? So you're having a different point of view than everybody else is. I think everybody else is seeing it much more than you are. You're just kind of like, sort of in the middle of it all. It's kind of like, you know, but you're bugging out because there's like, you know, photographers chasing you and shit, you know what I mean? And you're like, you know, and I mean, I guess I was kind of lucky because it didn't really, well, no, I'm wrong. It didn't go to my head.
I mean, it's not, how could it not? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're in all these great movies and whatnot, like, it's normal. I mean, I would imagine it would go to your
But it's definitely like, you know, it was more like just, what the f***?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, what's going on? And you feel like an awkward kid. And you feel even more like, what is up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know, it was a trip, man. It was a trip. But it was like, it's weird, man. Like, with success, it's like, it never feels like, there's no, like, end point where you're like, dude, like, I've made it.
Right,
you know what I mean? There's always someone better. There's always some, you know, you're not good enough to do this. You know, like, I mean, it's...
Or they got paid more, or they got this chick, or whatever.
Yeah. And then you just kind of, you know, because, you know, it's a tough business.